A windy night here in West Fargo as the Cheyenne Mustangs get set to battle the Fargo North Spartans here on Mustang Turf. I'm Tristan Murrock. Joined alongside me is Dan Wolf. As always, Wolf, it should be a great night here for football as we got two teams that are 0-1 coming into this one, both looking for a win after just starting the EDC part of the season last week.
Yeah, you're right, Tristan. It's just kind of like volleyball, what we discussed last night. We have this situation where kind of three teams are starting to separate themselves from the rest of the pack in the football standings. For football, it's Shanley and Davies and Horace, and North and Cheyenne are looking to try and make sure that they're not the ones that are left behind. It'll be an oddity tonight. You see a lot of people dressed in shorts and everything. My calendar says October, and we're not expecting 90 degrees at this time of year. So certainly much warmer than most years by this time. And we'll see if the wind and the heat play a factor tonight with some cramping and some hydration issues and those sorts of things.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, two 0-1 teams coming into this one. Cheyenne losing last week to a tough Fargo Davies team, one that was on the higher end of the state all the way through last week and still continues to be this week. Followed behind or in front of them right now is going to be Fargo Shanley. Shanley taking a 5-0 record to start out the season as that 25th Street rivalry is going on as we speak.
Yeah, and that's the matchup of 1 and 2 in the state right now. So that is definitely a big one. And another in-town rivalry, the first time the Packers and the Horace Hawks facing off against each other. Horace, the number 3 team in the state. So first, second, and third all belong to the EDC right now in the state rankings.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, West Fargo Cheyenne coming off that 51-27 loss. Really a tough game on the offensive side. I got to witness that game, Wolf, and be on the sidelines for it. And definitely some struggle on the passing option on the offensive side of the ball. So we'll see if they can pull it out tonight.
Well, and this wind will play a factor. Cheyenne's going to get the ball to start the game, and they've opted to let North kick with the wind. So that means that the entire first quarter they're going to be going into the teeth of the wind. I'm sure Coach Newton, planning and for the second quarter, but this could be one of those nights that ball tends to flutter and doesn't cut through the wind as cleanly. So I wouldn't expect to see a lot of deep passes, more of a controlled passing game throughout the game anytime one of the teams is going into the wind from the north to the south.
Most definitely. So we'll take a short break for anthem and player introductions and be right back after that. Don't go away.
At Touchmark, we really take an input from both the community, our residents, and also our team members.
And there's something for everybody. It runs the gamut. You have the freedom to participate or not as you choose.
I personally like to play bridge. I like their book club, all the concerts that they have, the music almost every day. We like everything that's here.
And you find it here.
Every day is a different day. It's really about developing programming that is meaningful and beneficial for everyone.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes, I think so.
Touchmark is a place where you can really be yourself. It's a complete family atmosphere from the residents to the team members to the community.
There is just such a homey feeling here.
The energy and the positivity, I think, is what's really important. You come in, you feel like you're part of a family, you're building a relationship, you're building friendships.
We feel very blessed to be here at Touchmark.
It's incredibly important to create that family atmosphere, which is what Touchmark really values.
What would you do with a second chance? At Essentia Health, we understand the significance of second chances. Our heart specialists see them every day. That's why regular checkups and heart screenings are vital, even if you feel fine, and especially when you have a family history. Essentia Health is the right place for early detection, advanced treatments, comprehensive cardiac rehab, for second chances. At Essentia Health, we work hard to keep your heart strong for what's next.
If you're thinking about growing your family someday, we'd like to remind you of one simple thing. Babies bring us joy. With an unwavering commitment to delivering the highest quality care, Essentia Health is ready when your someday arrives. Essentia Health, caring for you and your future.
Touchmark at Harwood Groves is located in South Fargo, North Dakota, on a 14-acre garden-like setting, and we have everything from cottages to apartments, a health club, activities. We tend to take groups of residents out downtown, which is just a very vibrant and growing community. The easiest way I can say it is we are going to treat our residents the way that we would treat our best friends. That's what it feels like, and that's what I love about my job. It feels like a family. I think what makes Touchmark special is how you feel when you walk into Touchmark at Harwood Groves. We often hear that it's like a North Dakota hug.
I think it's the people that make Touchmark special.
One of the things that makes Touchmark is the caliber of the team members here.
You could ask them for anything, and they'll say, we'll take care of it.
Every day that we walk in these doors, we really take time to listen to each other, to listen to our residents, and to be there and to be a friend.
I kind of wonder where to even begin about what I love about Touchmark. It's everything. It's the time with the residents. It's my team. I work with wonderful individuals every single day. I love the people, and my job is to connect with them, and that's a pretty great job to have, that you get to make genuine, real connections with our residents and our team members. It's just the overall community. That is Touchmark. That's what I love.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah. I really feel it's
Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University. Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
One thing that I've always enjoyed about being a physician is just the patient and physician relationship.
Part of why I trusted him is because I felt more than just a patient.
We figured out the best situation for my injury, and we chose the one that would best fit me.
I'm a huge sports fan, have been my whole life and still am today. I have a strong desire to help people maintain their activity levels and to get back to doing the things that they are passionate about.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. So then when I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them. Because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us.
Our goal is to get the best possible outcome for the patient. It's just a great feeling to know that you help that patient get back to doing the things they want to do.
And now I have a new hip that feels fantastic.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us because it's always good to check in.
At Touchmark, we really take an input from both the community, our residents, and also our team members.
And there's something for everybody. It runs the gamut. You have the freedom to participate or not as you choose.
I personally like to play bridge. I like their book club, all the concerts that they have, the music almost every day. We like everything that's here.
And you find it here.
Every day is a different day. It's really about developing programming that is meaningful and beneficial for everyone.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes, I think so.
All right, folks, welcome back to Essentia Health Mustang Stadium once again for this EDC matchup between Fargo North and West Fargo Cheyenne. As we are about set for kickoff here on yet another Friday night.
Second to last home game of the season for the Mustangs, pending what could happen in if they make the playoffs and how the bracket works out and all of that. So seems like we just started this a week or two ago, Tristan, and here we are at the second to last home game of the season. And the weather, I think, is about the same as it was that first night that we had a broadcast. But looks like things will be changing here in the not-too-distant future, and it'll be more seasonal. But tonight, warm and breezy.
Cheer on your team.
The first kick's going to be deep, and Schlichting's going to elect for a touchback here. And similar to what we saw last week at Davies, you know, Davies' kicker had a great boot, and Schlichting had quite a few touchbacks and maybe 2 runs.
And anytime a team's going to be kicking from the south end zone or the south end of the field, moving right to left on your screen, that could very well be the situation just because of how strong that breeze is out there even yet tonight. So we see the Mustangs tonight in the camo jerseys, as this is Military Appreciation Night. And so we're seeing
Gains 6 yards in the play.
A unique game jersey for this evening's game. One major change is that Satram, quarterback, Ethan Visnes, still on the shelf with the bad shoulder, is number 4 tonight.
2nd and 3 for the Mustangs.
Gable's going to be number 99. One of the guys in the skin-tight jerseys this afternoon, Wolf. So
well, I heard that the
kind of stunned they got him in pads.
The jerseys were they fit a little differently than the normal home uniforms, and so you make do with what you can and figure it out one way or another.
As Schlichting's gonna, or Birnbaum, excuse me, is gonna get the first down.
Yeah, quick pass. You know, it's a controlled pass. It works essentially like a run, just a little swing pass, and Birnbaum gets upfield well enough to move the chains. And again, I wouldn't be shocked to see those types of controlled passes on any possession going this direction tonight, just because of how strong that wind is. As there's a little RPO or an option play where Satram just tucks it underneath, fakes that handoff to Schlichting, heads up field, gets about 6 on that.
Game time temp's going to be a humid 88 degrees, a record-setting number here in West Fargo, according to my phone. So some pretty gusty winds, though.
Yeah, and I would imagine as the sun gets down, things will calm down a little bit. But here to open things, there is still a noticeable breeze, as I think we're going to get a false start here from the Mustangs. Someone moved on the line. So back them up 5 and bring up 2nd and 9.
Prior to the snap, false start, number 78. 5-yard penalty, remains second.
So that's going to come against Grayson Mowry there on the false start.
Brings up 2nd and 9 for the Mustangs.
Like you said, put him back 5. 2nd and 9, I believe.
Try to angle your camera up a little bit more, camera one. Perfect.
So this one's a quick pass there to Rukaton.
Nice job by Enoch shedding that first tackler. Allows him to pick up another 3 or 4, and that's going to get them to 3rd and 1, or a short 2, and that's, you know, that's going to be the name of the game, I think, tonight for Cheyenne, and probably for North as well, keeping those 3rd downs to manageable numbers, trying to stay away from those 3rd and long situations. This kind of opens up a lot of things for the playbook when you're at such a short down and distance to get a first down.
Satram fakes the handoff, almost got brought down there with a loss and gets about to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they go back to that option play that worked well a couple plays ago. This time, nice job by the North D end, setting the edge and not biting on it this time. So only a pickup of 1, so 4th and 1, first opportunity for a first down conversion here on a 4th down for the Mustangs tonight.
Satram's going to get a handoff to Schlichting, and he's not going to get anywhere.
It's going to be really close. Going to depend upon the placement from that line judge, and that's going to be short based on what we see. Well,
they'll say it's a first.
Wow. My eyes are getting bad, Tristan. From this side of the field, that didn't look like it was enough, but
a couple of North guys and coaches are questioning it, though, so I don't think it was your eyes only, Wolf. And they're much closer than we are, so. So they're going to be right at the 45.
Oh.
As that's going to be a miss snap. And
smart job by Satram just falling on that. Bad things start to happen when you try and pick that up. That can easily turn into a turnover. So, yeah, it hurts to give up those yards with that ball sailing through his hands, but smart on his part to drop on it. Not sure if he was not expecting that or just a bad snap kind of out of position. He couldn't get a handle on it, but regardless, now a long 2nd and 19 for Cheyenne on their opening drive.
That was horrific.
Satram's going to drop back, air this one out, and connects there with Landon Hansen.
A lot of traffic in there, but nice pass by Satram, right on the money to Hansen. Just a little seam route, and he gets in there. A lot of traffic, 2 guys around him, but had another receiver in the area. I don't know that that's how you want that drawn up on that skinny post with 2 guys in the same area, but it works out for Cheyenne, and again brings us up a 3rd and manageable rather than 3rd and really long.
Impressive catch there by Hansen. Hansen only a 5'7" junior, excuse me, so especially with 2 guys on him. So that brings it to 3rd and manageable as Schlichting's going to break 1 tackle and get a couple yards after that and get down at the 40.
Nice job by Schlichting, keeping those legs going, a little spin move. Easily enough for the 1st down. I think that'll be important for Cheyenne's success tonight, Tristan, is you're going to have to get some chunk plays somewhere. Doesn't have to be 40 yards at a crack, but if you can get 10 or 15 a handful of times, that makes the drive go much, much better.
Satram takes another mishandled snap and gets some yardage on this one rather than a loss.
That was a really good job, but that
Satram went down hard on that one.
Yeah, and he looks a little shaken up.
Brings up 2nd and 6 for the Mustangs.
See if he's okay to go another play here. Nope.
So not quite sure who he got as backup.
With the numbers, he's wearing Satram's normal number, so we don't know who that is. Xander Hilber, perhaps?
Hand off to Schlichting's going to get some yardage here.
Good move. Trying to see who else is QBs on the roster here.
With a gain of 8. Tripped up
Maybe.
by Olheiser. And that's enough for a Mustangs.
Other QBs listed, Cornea.
1st down.
Not as much as I can, but it's really cool that it works. Yeah, there's another guy up here in the booth that's producing. So it's going to spot it. Camera 2, go, yeah. Camera 2, go to you. Oh, whatever.
So Cole Martin in that QB here for the Mustangs now.
Because of the different jerseys tonight, everybody's couple guys are a little bit different from normal. So Cole Martin running quarterback right now for the Mustangs.
So Martin taking the snap on this one, hand off to Schlichting, and he's going to get in for the touchdown.
Well, nice job by the offensive front line springing him, but that's a lot of Schlichting right there. Just seeing the field, seeing those lanes, cutting back, and able to score. That's a great outcome for Cheyenne when you have a guy playing quarterback that maybe doesn't always play quarterback or didn't practice with the first group all week. We'll see what happens with Satram as the night goes on. But Cheyenne strikes first on their opening possession into the wind, a chance to get up 7-0 here. And another
mishandled snap.
Yeah,
maybe?
I don't know if this is wind affecting these snaps or what exactly is going on, but regardless, a 6-0 lead for Cheyenne as they're able to score on their opening possession.
So with that, Mustangs take a 6-0 lead. We'll take a short break and be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Essentia Health Mustang Stadium. Cheyenne taking a 6-0 lead here in the first quarter with 5:13 left to go, as we recently saw Satcham get maybe an injury here. Not seeing him anywhere on the sidelines right now.
I'm not seeing the trainers working with him, so maybe just wind knocked out of him or just needed a couple of plays to collect himself. Regardless, Cheyenne gets the touchdown, and I would expect probably some kind of directional kick here into the wind. Probably want to put it in a spot that makes it difficult to return to an up back, and that's exactly what happens.
As we'll see the Mustangs defense for the first time tonight here. And we got another Mustang player down on the field. That's going to be Riker Birnbaum here. So we'll take a short injury timeout and be back after a couple ads.
Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family, where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University.
All right, folks, welcome back after injury timeout. Riker Birnbaum kind of hobbling on the sidelines.
Able to leave under his own power, so that's always a positive sign.
As the Spartans going to gain some yardage here and then some. So I believe number 77, Deshaun Taylor, on the carry.
And that was Lockwood that just kept going. Bounced it outside, and then again.
Tackled by Legal from the Mustangs. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Spartans.
So it'll be an early 1st and 10 on the Spartan charge here. Doherty takes a snap, handoff really quick there, and he's not going to get anywhere by a horde of Mustangs.
Really good job, and that's what you're going to want to have to do if you're Cheyenne tonight. You're going to have to control the point of attack. Offensive line did a decent job of that on the opening drive. Good job with the defensive line right there.
Camera 2, try to center, perfect, center on the ball. Keep it centered on the ball.
2nd 11 for the Spartans.
So it'll be 2nd and 11, a loss of 1 following that.
You'll be fine, just turn up your volume.
There's going to be a false start there. I think I had two guys in motion, I think, at the same time, or moving at the same time.
So I'm going to try to get the ref. Camera 2, zoom in on, or camera 3. Camera 3, zoom
Prior
in
to
on
the
the
snap, number 85 on offense, lined up in the neutral zone.
Okay.
5-yard penalty.
So
Remains.
Preston with the neutral zone line up there. Leaves them with 2nd and 15, backs them up. 2nd and 16, excuse me, backs them up 5. As Doherty's going to keep this one and be brought down.
Little read option there for Doherty. Sticks it in the breadbasket of Lockwood, but then pulls it out and tries to take it himself forward, but really not much there. It's going to be about a 3rd and 15 here.
So 3rd and long, something that you said, Wolf, early on in this game that both teams want to avoid.
Yeah, absolutely. North does have the advantage of going
with the wind.
So to throw, maybe a little easier for North at this point as
Doherty drops back, gets a pass off, and it's caught, but he's not going to get to the first.
But over midfield, that might be enough to
as we're going to have another injury timeout. Noah Olzier goes down on the Spartans sideline, so we'll take a short break really quick. 3 minutes, 12 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Stick around.
Touchmark at Harwood Groves is located in South Fargo, North Dakota, on a 14-acre garden-like setting, and we have everything from cottages to apartments, a health club, activities. We tend to take groups of residents out downtown, which is just a very vibrant and growing community. The easiest way I can say it is we are going to treat our residents the way that we would treat our best friends. That's what it feels like, and that's what I love about my job. It feels like a family.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Essentia Health Mustang Stadium as we're going to have a 4th and 4 here as Doherty keeps it, and he's brought down there, I believe by,
hey, that must be Gable.
15, I want to say. I think that was Landon McFarland.
Oh, it is McFarland. Great job, strung that out, nowhere for Doherty to go.
Number 15, Landon McFarland on the play.
And a turnover inside Spartan territory. And Cheyenne in business once again with 2:56 to go here. And it looks like Satcham will be back on for the Mustangs here. So must be shaking off whatever injury there was to begin with on the first drive for the Mustangs.
Satcham already going to be in Spartan territory on the 4th and turnover, and that one's read like a book by the Spartans.
That was great job.
Great job by Brody Fowler.
Yeah, he just shed that blocker and met Schlichting before he could even get ahead of steam going to the hole. Really nice job by Fowler on that one.
Second and 13 for the Mustangs.
So that'll leave us with 2nd and 13, a loss of 3. As Satcham takes a snap, rolls out right, shakes a tackle, and he's going to get brought down there and get another loss of about 7.
You know, not a bad idea to move the pocket and open up some opportunities, but nothing really developed there for the Mustangs. Satcham didn't like what he had, and then Spartans closing in on him from all directions. So a 3rd and 17.
With a minute 50 left to go about here in the first quarter. Satcham takes a snap, gets a pass off, and it's going to be Schlichting gaining some yards on that and gets to about 3 yards left to go.
Nice job. I was just thinking a screen right there, something you get, play off the aggressiveness of the North defensive line, and then just dump it over their heads. And if you can get some blockers out in front of Schlichting, plenty of yards after catch on that, going to get it to a manageable number. 4th and 4, long 4 here.
We're going to go for this. Satcham takes a snap on 4th and 4. Schlichting with a carry, and he's not going to get anywhere. And that'll be a 4th down turnover there.
Read really well. I think that was Keelty on that one. Just coming down the line, waited, was patient, and then met Schlichting in the hole. And so the Spartans turn it over, and now the Mustangs turn it over on downs. And North will have their second opportunity to possess the ball this evening with under a minute to go here in the first quarter.
So Wolf, you think with a minute left and going with the wind, rather than going against it in the second, you think they got to be going for something deep here.
Well, you know, maybe take one shot. First first down, try and get some decent yards here as Lockwood's going to get it. And he's quick, but read really well.
Want to say that was McFarland again.
I think it was Wilkie that time. Ethan Wilkie on that one.
Like we said, these jersey numbers
they're kind of hard to read at the distance, and then
really
not all of them
scrunched.
are exactly the right number. A few people in different numbers this evening, so we're doing our best to keep up with that.
So this one's going to be handed off here and get caught. They got caught at the line. I'm not sure who that is, but a horde of Mustangs finally bring them down.
Nice job. Lockwood kind of slipped through that first level of the defense, and then the backers were there to meet him. Does pick up enough to get it to a 3rd and 9 situation, and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. So Cheyenne leads 6-0. We're going to switch directions here for the teams and take a quick break. We'll be right back. Stick around.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. So then when I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them, because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us.
Our goal is to get the best possible outcome for the patient. It's just a great feeling to know that you help that patient get back to doing the things they want to do.
And now I have a new hip that feels fantastic.
One thing that I've always enjoyed about being a physician is just the patient and physician relationship.
Part of why I trusted him is because I felt more than just a patient.
We figured out the best situation for my injury, and we chose the one that would best fit me.
I'm a huge sports fan, have been my whole life and still am today. I have a strong desire to help people maintain their activity levels and to get back to doing the things that they are passionate about.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Essentia Health Mustang Stadium for second quarter action. Mustangs leading the Fargo North Spartans 6-0 here after quarter number 1. As Doherty drops back, here's a deep ball, and it's going to be out of the reach there.
Yeah, that was out of bounds.
Intended for Soggy.
It's just tough throwing into this wind.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th and 8 for the Spartans.
Not a terrible idea to try and catch Cheyenne and see if they can get behind the defense, but that'll bring up 4th and 9, and North elects to punt here into the wind. So this should be a good opportunity for a return if you can time it up right.
Back deep to receive the punt.
Has got something on the line.
No, I think just had the wrong spot.
So Rukatan and Zenker, I believe, on the back, or in back. Or excuse me. As that was Mac Bashorner.
Zink with the fair catch.
Or Zink, excuse me.
Zink claiming he gave the fair catch signal, and indeed he did. I don't think there's anything terrible about the North defender coming in. He didn't hit him hard or anything like that, but asking for something.
First and 10 for the Mustangs at their own 27-yard
So Cheyenne's first opportunity to go with the wind here tonight. See if that means they open up the offense a little bit, try and throw it a little more. Or, Schlichting's been doing a great job on the ground. I don't know that you want to go away from that.
Satcham takes a snap, handoff to Schlichting as he runs straight up the gut. It's going to get about 7 yards, 8 yards.
Good job of getting downhill there by Schlichting. He just hit the Jets as soon as he got it. Good job at the point of attack by the Mustang offensive line, pushing the Spartans back.
on the tackle for the Spartans.
I think Coach Newton would love to see that happen just again and again and again tonight.
So it'll be 2nd and 7, or 2nd and 3, excuse me, about Satcham takes snap, another handoff to Schlichting as he's going to gain some yards there.
And dishing out some punishment as he's running there.
Cheyenne Mustangs.
So it'll bring up another first down for Cheyenne.
As I said, if you're Coach Newton, I think you just want to keep going back and keep feeding Schlichting the ball until North finds a way to prove that they can stop this. I think you just keep pushing it at them, keep it on the ground, control the clock. Takes the heat off your quarterback. Then maybe once you've got them to commit more players to the box, then maybe you try something over the top. That time, well read by the Spartans.
Schlichting going to get to the line of scrimmage.
I think that was Leighton Olson there. So no gain.
Olson on the tackle for the Spartans. Brings up 2nd and 10 for your Mustangs.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 now. 10 minutes left to go here in the second quarter. The Mustangs are up 6-0 here. And false start, maybe?
I'm going to guess so.
Coming on the Cheyenne side, probably.
Prior to the snap, all start, offense, number 71, 5-yard penalty, remains
So
second down.
Dore on the false start.
I think Holder on
or
that
Holder,
one.
excuse me, sorry.
From their own 40-yard line.
So Satcham's going to find himself with 2nd and 15, rolls out, gets a pass off, and caught there by C.J. Smith.
Nice job, Satcham, just slipping the defender. It was Olson, almost got a hand on him and found Smith. Big chunk play for the Mustangs, getting into Spartan territory. Again, you try and lure them in, make them believe that Schlichting is the main guy, and he certainly is. But then you try and pick and choose those spots where you can get a good look, and that time worked out for the Mustangs.
Satcham going to hand this one off to Schlichting, and Schlichting's going to gain maybe 3 yards on that as he pushes his way through the gut there.
Schlichting on the carry for a gain of 3.
So 2nd and 7 now for the Mustangs, coming off the carry from Schlichting.
Brings up 2nd and 7 for the Mustangs at the Spartans 38-yard line.
Satcham takes a mishandled snap there once more, and gonna lose some yardage on that, lose about 5.
Number 67, Keatley with the sack for a loss of 1.
It's been an issue for Cheyenne on multiple plays tonight.
At the Spartans at the 42-yard line.
Something that we haven't seen really be an issue so far this year.
So 3rd and 11 now for Satcham here in the Mustangs offense. Kind of had me confused for a second because Corey said a loss of 1, which would have made it 3rd and 8. Anyways, Satcham gets a pass off, and it's connected to Birnbaum, I believe.
It was, but he took 2 steps back towards the line of scrimmage, trying to make something more out of it, but actually cost Cheyenne a couple yards on that one. That's one where you just want to try and turn and get upfield and get as much as you can. So 4th and 7 in Spartan territory. They're going to go for this. Empty backfield, so it would appear at least to be a pass.
Satcham drops back, got some time, gets a pass off, and that one's going to be knocked down, I think.
That was really good protection for Satcham. I think he waited just a second too long.
I think that was Owen Poole.
And he was open, but he waited a second, maybe waiting for him to clear an underneath backer, but by that time, the D-back able to close on that and get a hand in there, and it's going to be a turnover on downs for Cheyenne. So after that opening possession where they marched down the field and scored the touchdown, even with Satcham getting hurt and sitting out a handful of plays, really neither team able to get anything sustainable since then. They'll have a couple good plays and a tackle for loss or a penalty, and just no continuity going at this point.
Doherty takes the snap. A handoff is going to be read there and maybe gets the line of scrimmage, maybe even a loss of 1 for, I believe, Anderson.
Yeah, that was Anderson on that.
Another thing, too, Wolf, to bring up is I don't think we've even seen a punt yet.
The one punt from North, and that's it. I mean, and despite the injuries and the injury timeouts, this first half is kind of clicking right along as we're coming down on 6.5 to go here in the opening half.
Man in motion, handoff, or excuse me, on the keeper. As
that was a nice job there by
Zink's going to bring him down.
To run him down, but
Lockwood on the carry.
Lockwood was able to break contain on that option play. So getting a reasonable amount off of that play brings up a 3rd and 4 for North here.
It's 3rd down.
As
I think North's going to take a timeout there. Didn't like something about that setup.
Down to 2 seconds on the play clock, too, so maybe just a save there.
Quick update for some scores around the EDC. The 25th Street battle there between Davies and Shanley. Number 1 Shanley hosting number 2 ranked Davies. Davies leads 14-6 at the end of 1. And Horace, down at Horace, hosting West Fargo tonight. And Horace with a lead of 14-6 with a minute left in the third. I think that was a 6 o'clock start down at Horace. Might be their homecoming tonight. So that was an hour earlier start. So that one nearing the end of the third with Horace up by 8 on the Packers.
Horace might just start early, too, because I think it's next week or the week following we go down there and start at 6 o'clock as well.
Could be
so
a choice they're making.
Mustang fans, it's still 3rd down.
So that 3rd and 4.
Doherty takes a low snap, and Bernstein almost got him there, and he's still red as I believe Benzie and Wilkie leading the charge.
Just, again, both teams not real sharp. There have been some bad snaps or quarterbacks not expecting snaps, and that one kind of got on top of Doherty really quickly, and wasn't a lot he could do with that, and that's going to force North into their second punt of the evening here. Good punt
there. Tomahawk motion, so.
Takes a North bounce, going to get way back inside the 10 for the Mustangs.
Nice punt by the Spartans.
So
5 minutes, 10 seconds left to go here in the second quarter. Like you said, Wolf, this first half kind of clicking by pretty quickly.
Yeah,
that's only the second punt of the night.
Only second punt. Haven't seen a lot of passing here, so a lot of run plays has kept that clock moving right along.
A reminder, fans, get your 50-50 raffle tickets over on the south side of the stadium.
So with 5:10 left to go, the Mustangs are going to take offensive advantage here within their own 10. Satcham takes a snap, quick pass to Arukatan, and he's not going to get very far as horde of Spartans crawl on top of the about 5'11", 180 wide receiver.
So pick up a few, kind of like a run play, controlled pass. Wonder at some point here if Coach Newton goes back to that screen look, dumping it off to Schlichting and seeing if he can't make something happen in the open field.
Satcham takes a snap, drops back, pass is caught there. I believe it's Landon Hansen.
Nice job, right on target, right in between. That got past that second level and right in front of the safeties. So really nice job. Good pass by Satcham right on the numbers, and that's going to be enough to move the chains as we're down to almost 4 minutes to go here. So Cheyenne's going to have to march about 70 yards in 4 minutes.
Satcham with another quick pass to Arukatan as he's going to get some yards on this one. And
good pickup of 6 there.
Variano's going to lose his helmet, going to have to take
a play off. Yeah.
Play off. Variano finishing off the tackle after losing the helmet, so credit to him.
Please put the play clock at 40 seconds. Thank you.
Satcham handoff to Schlichting.
That snap appeared to catch everybody and mostly the Mustang offensive line by surprise. That was snapped and a lot of guys just standing there waiting.
Play clock was reset, so I don't know if it was just confusion. Or
yeah, if they were trying to get something off quickly or catch North off guard, but what they ended up doing is catching their offensive line off guard. So 3rd and 5.
Snap goes back to Satcham, low pass, and it's going to be caught there.
Nice grab off the deck.
I'm not even quite sure who that is. Blake Fagerlund?
Fagerlund looks like the reception on that one. Nice job of getting his hands under the ball because that was low and there was a lot of heat on that, but it's going to bring up a 4th and 1 from their own 40. This is kind of a dangerous play here. I would expect we're going to see Schlichting get the ball.
That's a false start on the
We'll see if they
Cheyenne
were drawn
side,
or
I want to say.
If they were drawn or if that's just offside.
Prior to the snap,
It's going to be a false start on the Mustangs.
number 71.
And that's Holder again.
Holder again.
Fourth down.
So now at 4th and 6. 4th and 6, do you just punt this one and put North in a hole? Remember, North's going to get the ball in the second half. They deferred the opening kickoff. But Newton lines up. Is this where we see that little screen pass?
Satcham fakes the handoff, scrambles.
Lots of
gets
room.
Gets a pass off and hits Hansen.
Boy, he could have tucked that and gotten about the same amount of yardage. There was no one out there at all. But they moved the sticks as they're down to 2:10 and counting. All 3 timeouts for the Mustangs, but still 52 yards to go. They're going to have to pick up some pace here.
Satcham trips left. Drops back, passes, and unable to be handled there by Reese Harrod.
I think Harrod just kind of stopped on that. I don't know if he was trying to sit down on that route, but Satcham, it looked like, expected him to continue on that slant route, and Harrod just kind of stopped and then took off again, but it threw off the timing enough. At 1:51 to go, 2nd and 10.
So offense still at work with 1:51 left to go. 2nd and 10. Satcham drops back, got pressure, and going to be out of the reach of Arukatan there on the left side.
It's a dangerous pass. That ball's in the air a long time. For really just a pass out into the flat, the wide flat. Luckily it was overthrown high. That's the type of pass that if it's underthrown, a heads-up D-back will just undercut that route and has nothing between him and the end zone. Be interesting to see if Cheyenne goes back to something like that and a little flat and go option later on.
3rd and 10. Now trips left once more. Satcham drops back, fakes the pass, got a little bit of time, and hits Hansen once more. As he gets some yardage on that one, gains about 15.
Good patience. Good patience by Satcham. Held on. That's a really tough pass for a right-hander to be running to his left and still put some accuracy on that. Stops the clock at 1:36 from their own 36.
Snap gets off, and that one's going to be thrown away there by Satcham.
Well, I think that one he gave the little
Didn't
shoulder
have too
shrug
much
like he
time.
was trying to get a D-back to bite and didn't have time to wait on it to see if Arukatan could clear.
Seemed like he had a lot of pressure coming too on that.
Some laundry on the field here. Let's see what the call is.
Illegal formation, 5 men in the backfield. That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
So it'll be illegal formation on the Mustangs. Replay 2nd down.
From the Spartans, 41-yard line.
So 1st and 15 from the 41. 1st down. So 1st and 15. So we'll see what Satcham can do here as he drops back off the, and that's going to be blocked up and intercepted.
Yeah.
There.
Waiting for that. They were going to go to that screenplay, and they tried there.
Brody Fowler on the interception.
But it was made possible by the lineman that got his hand on the ball. So at 1:21, North takes over inside Cheyenne territory at the 47. Still 2 timeouts. Minute 21. Should be enough time to make something happen here. North hoping to
121.
get a 2-for-1 here. See if they can find a way to score and then get the ball to start the second half.
Doherty from the shotgun, mishandled snap, and it drops, and he's going to get on top of that one, luckily. But
all sorts of problems for both teams with that center and quarterback exchange here, and both teams going with, in that shotgun and kind of that pistol set. And, boy, both teams have struggled with that tonight. There's been a handful for both teams where quarterbacks just haven't been able to handle some snaps. It's hard for me to believe that in such a short exchange that it is wind that's causing the problem.
50 seconds left to go in the second quarter as this one's going to be handed off. Slip up there, and he's going to get taken down pretty hard.
Great job. I think that was Doré there.
I know me and Mamadi were talking about the jerseys in comp today, and he was worried about him ripping because they are so thin.
Old school NFL tearaways here. Probably a little advantage for the Mustangs. Hard for the Spartans to really get a hand on those.
So this one's going to be handed off, and he's not going to get anywhere, and that's going to be Lucas Jackson on the carry.
Kind of a jet sweep there, as I think Cheyenne's going to take a timeout.
That'll be this half.
Oh, that's the half. Okay.
So after the first half, the Mustangs with a 6-0 lead. We'll take a short break and be right back.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us because it's always good to check in.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. So then when I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them, because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us.
Our goal is to get the best possible outcome for the patient. It's just a great feeling to know that you help that patient get back to doing the things they want to do.
And now I have a new hip that feels fantastic.
Touchmark is a place where you can really be yourself. It's a complete family atmosphere from the residents to the team members to the community.
There is just such a homey feeling here.
The energy and the positivity, I think, is what's really important. You come in, you feel like you're part of a family, you're building a relationship, you're building friendships.
We feel very blessed to be here at Touchmark.
It's incredibly important to create that family atmosphere, which is what Touchmark really values.
What would you do with a second chance? At Essentia Health, we understand the significance of second chances. Our heart specialists see them every day. That's why regular checkups and heart screenings are vital, even if you feel fine, and especially when you have a family history. Essentia Health is the right place for early detection, advanced treatments, comprehensive cardiac rehab, for second chances. At Essentia Health, we work hard to keep your heart strong for what's next.
One thing that I've always enjoyed about being a physician is just the patient and physician relationship.
Part of why I trusted him was because I felt more than just a patient.
We figured out the best situation for my injury, and we chose the one that would best fit me.
I'm a huge sports fan, have been my whole life and still am today. I have a strong desire to help people maintain their activity levels and to get back to doing the things that they are passionate about.
If you're thinking about growing your family someday, we'd like to remind you of one simple thing. Babies bring us joy. With an unwavering commitment to delivering the highest quality care, Essentia Health is ready when your someday arrives. Essentia Health, caring for you and your future.
I kind of wonder where to even begin about what I love about Touchmark. It's everything. It's the time with the residents. It's my team. I work with wonderful individuals every single day. I love the people, and my job is to connect with them, and that's a pretty great job to have, that you get to make genuine, real connections with our residents and our team members. It's just the overall community. That is Touchmark. That's what I love.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, run it. Ooh, I really feel it's my time. Think it's my year. Yeah, I really feel it's my.
So shoulder pain is one of the most common things I see. When Linda came in, she complained of pain in both her shoulders.
You did all the work on the left one, and by the time I had the second one done, I could do anything I wanted to do.
Shoulder replacement, the whole point of that is really to get rid of the pain and get you back to doing normal things again.
You listened to what I wanted, and it worked out great.
We were a good team.
Yes, I think so.
I think what makes Touchmark special is how you feel when you walk into Touchmark at Harwood Groves. We often hear that it's like a North Dakota hug.
I think it's the people that make Touchmark special.
One of the things that makes Touchmark is the caliber of the team members here.
You could ask them for anything, and they'll say, we'll take care of it.
Every day that we walk in these doors, we really take time to listen to each other, to listen to our residents, and to be there and to be a friend.
Touchmark at Harwood Groves is located in South Fargo, North Dakota, on a 14-acre garden-like setting, and we have everything from cottages to apartments, a health club, activities. We tend to take groups of residents out downtown, which is just a very vibrant and growing community. The easiest way I can say it is we are going to treat our residents the way that we would treat our best friends. That's what it feels like, and that's what I love about my job. It feels like a family.
At Touchmark, we really take an input from both the community, our residents, and also our team members.
And there's something for everybody. It runs the gamut. You have the freedom to participate or not, as you choose.
I personally like to play bridge. I like their book club, all the concerts that they have, the music almost every day. We like everything that's here.
And you find it here.
Every day is a different day. It's really about developing programming that is meaningful and beneficial for everyone.
Discover the experience that awaits you at North Dakota State University. Join the Bison family where connections run deep, from the classroom to the field and beyond. Build an exciting career with the help of industry-leading faculty. Tap into the power of the herd and make unforgettable memories in Fargo, one of the best college towns in the Midwest. Don't wait. Find your adventure at North Dakota State University.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us because it's always good to check in.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
A few years ago, my hip was getting to the point where it was affecting my life. So then when I met you in the office, you listened to what I had to say.
My goal is to teach patients about their diagnosis, explain the treatment options so that they can make the decision that is best for them, because we don't just treat what an x-ray tells us.
Our goal is to get the best possible outcome for the patient. It's just a great feeling to know that you help that patient get back to doing the things they want to do.
And now I have a new hip that feels fantastic.
Touchmark is a place where you can really be yourself. It's a complete family atmosphere from the residents to the team members to the community.
There is just such a homey feeling here.
The energy and the positivity, I think, is what's really important. You come in, you feel like you're part of a family. You're building a relationship. You're building friendships.
We feel very blessed to be here at Touchmark.
It's incredibly important to create that family atmosphere, which is what Touchmark really values.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Essentia Health Mustang Stadium for second half action between the Fargo North Spartans and your West Fargo Cheyenne Mustangs. First half, 6-0 is the result, coming off the Schlichting touchdown, about a 20-yarder. Following that, not much besides a bunch of fourth down turnovers.
Yeah, that was the opening drive of the game, and Cheyenne marched down even after Satram was hurt. Unable to convert on, as you said, that about 20-yard run by Schlichting, and ever since, it's been really tough for either team to develop any continuity and kind of get any momentum going, kind of getting any kind of traction. They've done something to kind of shoot themselves in the foot, or the opposition's come up with a really big play on defense at the right time. And as it sits, we're still at 6-0 with North getting the ball to start half number 2.
Yeah, so with that, we're about a minute away from kickoff here for second half action. As not much in the first half other than the Schlichting touchdown, like I said. I know we had that short injury scare with Satram, but got back out after a drive and
has thrown the ball effectively at times. But again, some bad center to quarterback exchanges on the shotgun snap for both squads that have led to some fumbles. No turnovers aside from the interception on the tip ball late in the first half where North intercepted Cheyenne. But other than that, the turnovers have come via downs. But again, with neither team able to get anything going, as we update some scores around the state here, Davies number 2 all over Shanley, number 1 Shanley, 28-6 at the end of the first half. And Cheyenne fans, if they were at the game last week, know how tough that Davies offense can be to stop. If you can't control the point of attack, knowing where that ball is becomes really difficult. The other East game going on tonight is at Horace, where the Hawks are hosting the West Fargo Packers, and Horace leads 27-13 with about 3 minutes left to go in that game. Otherwise, around the state, Bismarck High leads Mandan 41-7 with just about a minute to go before halftime. Number 4 Legacy leads Minot 28-6 with 4 minutes left in the third. And Bismarck Century all over Williston 42-0 with about 6 minutes to go before halftime.
Yeah, and if you're a Bismarck Legacy follower too, you know how good they've been this year, and definitely showed off some of that talent for the first game here at Cheyenne this year. I believe they won that one 34-14, I want to say, something like that.
And it's kind of one of those odd years where it's, as we know, Davies and Shanley and Horace have kind of been the cream of the crop so far, but one team beats another, and then that team beats someone else, and then that team beat your team, and it's kind of going around right now, waiting for somebody kind of to step up and show some dominance. And Davies is certainly making a statement tonight. Horace has managed to keep winning, so it'll be interesting to see how these last couple of weeks play out in the regular season.
Yeah, so with that, we're about ready for second half kickoff here. Uneventful on the scoreboard so far, so we'll see if the second half changes that, as the Mustangs are going to start out going with the wind. Obviously, the wind playing somewhat of a factor tonight, Wolf, with about 10-mile-an-hour gusts.
Well, I think it's a little more than that, and with the passing game, if you're with the wind, I don't know that we've seen a huge difference going with or against the wind. Neither of these teams really airing it out. Cheyenne a little more than North. We know Cheyenne likes to do kind of directional kicks, but I wonder with the wind here if they're not going to go ahead and put some leg into it and see if they can get it deep on the kickoff.
Kicking off for the Mustangs, we've got Big Jake Gulix.
Jake Gulix is going to start out kicking this one off, and a little pooch kick there, kind of mishandled there by, I believe it was Mord.
One of the up men, yeah, and that is one thing when you do kick the ball and that ball gets up there and it isn't in a tight spiral, it does start doing some wobbly things up in the air, and you got to really make sure you're looking that into your hands and securing it before you try and do anything. And some laundry on the field here. Let's see what the call is. I know there was a Spartan running off late.
Illegal substitution on the offense.
Okay, yeah.
So an illegal substitution.
That's a 5-yard penalty.
There's going to put him back 5.
First down.
Those are the types of things that drive coaches crazy, especially when it's the first play coming out of halftime. You've discussed what you want to do in the second half, and then to have something like that where you don't have the right personnel there, someone didn't get the message, and then to start with a 5-yard penalty before there's any time off the clock, that's frustrating as a head coach. Lockwood there going around the end and going to go nowhere, and nicely done by the defense for the Mustangs, gang tackling Lockwood on that. Lockwood flashed a little bit early on in the game, and really Cheyenne's done a nice job of controlling him since then. So a loss of 1 on that. North going the wrong direction here in this possession so far.
Doherty takes the snap, drops back, passes off, and it connects. Or excuse me, that won't be complete. Pass was intended for Preston, excuse me.
Yeah, Fall, there was a lot of traffic in there. So 3rd and 16 here. You don't have to get it all back, but if you have any designs of going for this on 4th down, you're going to have to get a good chunk of it. You have to go to one of those looks that you really like.
Doherty drops back, 3rd and 16. That one's going to be incomplete.
kind of a delayed screen there, a tight end screen. And there was a lot of heat on that for such a short pass, and just unable to reel it in there was Preston. And as a result, North's going to have to punt. So this should give Cheyenne an opportunity for some really good field position for their first possession with the wind here in the third quarter.
Another pretty good punt there.
Yeah, decent punt. You know, really, there's been no opportunity for any kind of return. A couple of fair catches for the Mustangs tonight, and then one good punt that got over their head and took a Spartan bounce. But since, other than that, you know, Cheyenne really no opportunity. You would have thought kicking into the wind that might play to Cheyenne's favor, but it doesn't work out that way. They still do get the ball at their own 48, so nearly midfield to start this drive.
So with 11:10 left to go in the third quarter here, Satcham handoff to Schlichting, gets about 5 yards.
And that's what we saw to start the game. Heavy doses of Schlichting, and he just kind of carved up the North defense. Cheyenne offensive line created enough gaps for him to get through, and once he gets to that second level, he's got a little shiftiness to him, and he's got a lot of speed.
Satcham from the shotgun. Another handoff to Schlichting, and he's going to gain some yardage. Gain of about 9 on that. Schlichting just finds the gap there up the middle.
Really good block there from Arukatan, kicking out the D end, creating that space. And Schlichting saw it, just kind of put a foot in the ground and cut straight up and hit the gas, and able to move the chains for the Mustangs.
Satcham handoff to Schlichting. Schlichting's going to gain maybe 3.
Which was actually really good. It looked like that defender set the edge well for North and forced Schlichting to cut up inside, but no one from North there to do anything about it. So a pickup of 4 by Schlichting, and it's been all Kai Schlichting's thus far for Cheyenne on this drive.
Satcham takes a snap. Another handoff to Schlichting as little read up the gut there, but
again picked up
maybe
like
4.
about another 4 in a short second, or excuse me, second and a third and a short 2, I should say. Again, if until North proves that they can find a way to consistently stop Schlichting, I think you just continue to feed him the ball. And then maybe when you think you can drop something over the top, you go for it. But for now, I just keep giving it to Schlichting as he's getting big chunks, and there it is again.
Find a gap. Touchdown Mustangs. Kai Schlichting finding a bunch of gaps on that one, as I believe Holder made a gap for him there.
Well, and it was Azure pulling and sealed that linebacker, and that's what sprung Schlichting. So really nice job on the pull and the finish there, and Azure creates that hole, and that's about all that Schlichting needs. He saw that and got downhill in a rush, and it's a 12-0 lead for the Mustangs here. Looks like they're going for 2, see if they can extend it to 14.
Satcham intended there for number 81. That was Blake Fagerland again.
Yeah.
Fagerland, excuse me.
You know, Fagerland just trying to sit down and, you know, got across the end zone or the goal line and tried to just sit down in that spot. But really, there was no wiggle. There was nothing to throw a defender off, and that defender closed on that, and just not much of a window for Satcham to fit it into. So it's going to be 12-0. And we're going to step away real quickly. We'll be right back. Mustangs leading 12-0. Stick around.
One thing that I've always enjoyed about being a physician is just the patient and physician relationship.
Part of why I trusted him was because I felt more than just a patient.
We figured out the best situation for my injury, and we chose the one that would best fit me.
I'm a huge sports fan, have been my whole life and still am today. I have a strong desire to help people maintain their activity levels and to get back to doing the things that they are passionate about.
All right, welcome back, folks. Just in time for the kickoff here after the Mustang touchdown. No good on the two-point conversion, though, as this one's going to be carried up by Amundsen and gets to about the 30, I want to say.
Spartans will take over. 1st and 10 on their own 28-yard line.
I think this is going to be a pretty big drive for North. They just haven't been able to sustain anything tonight. And they're going to have to hope to try and string something together here. Down 2 scores already. They're going to need to put some points on here sooner than later, and they didn't show any ability to stop Cheyenne on that last Cheyenne possession as Schlichting just kind of ran all over them. So important drive here for North as a little jet sweep.
Breaks a couple tackles, but
Lockwood kind of picks his way through, but just too good a pursuit down the line by the Mustangs.
Strand's going to find a way.
And Lockwood loses his helmet, so he's going to have to set out a play.
Number 22 for Fargo North. Must sit one play. His helmet came off. Thank you.
Tackled by Strand on the play. Brings up 2nd and 13 for the Spartans.
So 2nd and 13 now from their own 24.
Little misdirection there.
Breaks one tackle there. Swallowed by a horde. Jackson on the carry.
Yeah, good pursuit by Cheyenne. They were fooled initially on that first handoff, but then they rallied quickly, able to bring down Jackson, and sets North up for another 3rd and long opportunity. Something unfortunate here for Mustang fans. See Riker Birnbaum with a set of crutches on the sideline for the Mustangs. He had left earlier after a leg injury, had walked off on his own power, and it looks like he's putting some weight on there, but he is on crutches, so hopefully that's just more precautionary than anything else. Certainly don't want to see any player from any team go down, but these are things that happen in football, and so Birnbaum on the sideline in crutches as North takes a timeout here. As we said, an important possession for them, facing a 3rd and 12. They want to make sure they give themselves the best opportunity that they can to try and convert here.
So Fargo North taking their first time out of the half. As the Mustangs defense is going to go back to work here. And it'll be 3rd and 12.
Hey, it's 3rd down, Mustang fans.
As this one isn't really going to go anywhere, it'll make it 4th and about 12 or 11.
It's probably going to have to be another North punt. It's just, they haven't shown the ability to move the ball through the air at all, and Cheyenne really just not respecting. They're expecting some fakes and things like that, but they don't feel like North is going to try and throw the ball on them, and they're just flying to the ball and gang tackling every opportunity that they get. Another good penetrating punt.
It takes a couple of North bounces there, and it's going to get
it picks up about another 10, 12 yards on that punt. But that's a losing proposition for North to continue to punt on these. Down 2 scores already and coming up on the midway point of quarter number 3. There is one final that West Fargo Horace and West Fargo game has gone final. The Hawks end up beating the Packers tonight down at Horace, 27-13. The only final in the state right now in 3A.
So Satcham and company back on to work as Schlichting's going to get a carry here of about 3 or 4.
Schlichting on the carry, tackled by number 32.
And I think we're starting to finally see the size of the Cheyenne O-line kind of wearing down North and their defensive line. There's just been a lot of plays out there that North, you got a lot of big guys pushing on you, and you got to try and read and shed that blocker and try and make a tackle, and just looks like it's starting to take its toll. Now they're bringing some run support here, a run blitz, and that almost backfires on them as Schlichting somehow finds his way through and gets a first down for Cheyenne. But, you know, if you're North, that's about all you can do is start bringing some pressure, bringing those backers on run blitzes, which if I'm Coach Newton, I'm starting to see that and going, okay, that might open up some kind of opportunity. All you need is a slant right behind that vacant area where the backers are, and that might lead to something huge.
Satcham with 2 left, 1 right. Arukatan kind of staying on that inside tonight as Schlichting finds another gap and gains about 14.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Tristan, has there been any play other than a handoff to Schlichting thus far in the second half?
I don't believe so, no.
Yeah, and again, why would you go away from it when you're moving the ball this effectively? Like I said, it's just starting to wear the Spartans down, and now it's kind of a cat and mouse game. Again, if you can catch them in a run blitz, you might be able to hit something deep here with a pass.
Satcham, another handoff to Schlichting as he's going to find a gap and get tripped up.
Going to pick up 7, though. I mean, 7 yards per carry is pretty good at any level, and if you can bring up second and short, now it opens up some opportunities. I wonder if Coach Newton's going to try and give him a little play action look here, a little fake handoff to Schlichting and see if he can't get the top off of this, especially going with the wind. You're only going to have that for a few more minutes here in the third quarter.
4:45 and counting left to go as Satcham takes the snap from the shotgun. Schlichting's going to get red that time, though, at the line.
That was been the best job so far tonight, or in the second half. I think that was
Preston on the tackle.
I think that was Preston crashing from his DN position and stopping Schlichting. That's been the first no-gain play for Cheyenne so far in this second half.
Trips left. Satcham from the shotgun. Quick pass off. Hansen once more, and there's going to be a flag
there's
on.
A hold on that one, I think they're going to get.
I think they're going to get someone on Arukatan, I believe.
No, I think it's going to be an offensive hold. I think that might be Smith. As that play was coming out there, I think he got a fistful with Jersey as he was trying to spring the receiver.
Newton taking him off.
Yeah, that was on Smith. And Tristan, for me, I'm more apt to do that play action, that pass in a second and short situation rather than a third and short. I think that's just a better down to kind of catch them off guard. But now with 3rd and 13.
No one in the backfield. Satcham drops back. Throw is intercepted. There by number 37, I think it's Dylan Mord. And that's the exact same play that we saw a couple times at Davies that caught him too, I think, Wolf. So,
yeah, that pass was just behind. I think he was looking for Hansen on that, and that pass was just behind And that trailing backer falling into coverage just kind of looked like it threw it to the Spartan rather than leading Hansen on that. And so the second turnover of the evening, usually those are killers for teams, but Cheyenne was able to weather the first one. We'll see if they're able to not have this hurt them this time, as Lockwood's going to get around the outside. Great run support tackle.
Number 22, Mikhail Lockwood on the carry for no gain.
So no gain, Lockwood on the carry.
Couldn't see from my angle.
I couldn't really tell who made the tackle. Benzie, they'll
Okay,
credit it
Benzie.
to.
Great job. Came and took Lockwood's legs out from him, and a loss on the play. Again, North hasn't shown that they're able to throw the ball tonight, so Cheyenne just not buying that anything different's going to happen. They just have guys flying up here to fill holes.
On the pitch.
And again,
and
another job.
Get red there. Landon Zink.
Yep. You know, it's just like I said. North trying to spread this out, trying anything that they can to some misdirection. They're an option play, and Doherty pitches it out and just sniffed out really well by the defense, and that's going to bring 3rd and 16.
So 3rd and deep for the Spartans as Doherty takes snap, or keeper.
Yeah.
And that's not going to get very many places there.
And that's going to bring another punt up for the Spartans. Let's see if Cheyenne gets an opportunity to return this one, as we're down to 2:01 here to go in the third quarter. Really nice job by the defensive unit that time.
Back deep, Zink and Arukatan. Amundsen on the punt.
This one's going to be pretty short. Takes a kick the opposite way this time and takes a Mustang bounce.
Mustangs will take over on their own.
So they'll take over with 1:39 left in the third quarter, going with the win for this last minute.
Mustangs lead the Spartans 12-0. A big thank you to Western State Bank for all their support and Mustang pride, for being a supporter of Cheyenne Mustang Boosters. We thank you for your contribution to Mustang sports. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs at the 42-yard line.
So Satcham back to work on the 42-yard line. Hand off to Schlichting, and Schlichting can't get a gap there, as not quite sure who it was on the block there. I'm pretty sure it was Grayson Mowry.
There's a Spartan
got
down
caught
right now.
So we'll take an injury timeout. Be back in a minute.
Why do I choose to work here? It's the people. It's the feeling that you get when you've been gone for a weekend and everybody's genuinely happy to see you and you're so happy to see them too.
They are wonderful. The staff is wonderful. They are so friendly. They're so happy all the time.
It's a family. It's just that overall culture that we have. It's a great culture, and I'm very lucky to be a part of it.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
So Jamison Davis, the injured Spartan, hobbling off the field, not able to put much weight on that left side leg. As there's 1:25 left to go in this quarter, and Schlichting's going to find a little bit of a gap there and gain a 8.
Good job just man on man for the offensive line, and they were able to create, you know, they were able to hold up the North defenders just long enough for Schlichting to get past into that second level. So 3rd and 6, as we're under a minute to go here in the third.
Satcham takes the snap, handoff to Schlichting once more. He's going to find one gap, finds 2, and he's off. Gets brought down at the 25 area.
Great burst, great cut right there. And Schlichting with the huge gouge there.
So
just when North feels like, okay, maybe we've kind of found a way to stop him, then he pops it one more time.
25 seconds left to go in the quarter. Still with the win, though, so you got to wonder if they go for this, maybe kick back a little, as it's another handoff to Schlichting, as he's going to get brought down at about the 15 there, and that should bring us to the end of the quarter.
We'll give the back judge the assist on that tackle there as he kind of clogged things up.
And
that'll be the last play of the third quarter. And that was a quarter that Cheyenne desperately needed. They established some dominance on defense and running the ball. They score. They're on the verge. They're in the red zone again. And great third quarter for the Mustangs. They lead 12-0 as we head to the fourth. We're going to step away for a quick break and be right back for the fourth quarter. Stick around, folks.
Tour the beautiful campus of North Dakota State University in Fargo. Learn about majors, scholarships, our free application process, and get a free t-shirt. Register now at ndsu.edu/visit.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future, and if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good.
All right, welcome back, folks. Here for the fourth quarter, Mustangs find themselves up 12-0. Here headed into this fourth quarter here at Cheyenne.
Well, this one, if you're able to put a score in here, that could make it incredibly difficult, or will make it incredibly difficult for the Spartans that haven't been able to really get anything going offensively. If you can push one in here and get that 3-score lead, that's going to be huge for the Mustangs. As it's Schlichting again.
Gains a little bit of yardage there, enough for a first down. And that'll bring them even farther into the red zone. I think it'll be first and, just short of goal.
Yeah, they can still get a first down.
Tackle made by number 67, Finnegan Kelty.
So this one's going to be passed to Rukatan.
That's the one where you get them to bite on this. They've seen that so many times coming from Schlichting. The Spartan defender falls down and Rukatan gets behind, and there's that touchdown, the 3-score lead. And that puts a lot of heat on the Spartans.
So going for the kick is Tiongson, has missed snap once more.
Again.
Mishandled, looked mishandled on the hold.
No good for the Mustangs. With 11:26.
Mustangs take an 18-0 lead here in the fourth quarter. We'll take a short break and be right back. Mustangs lead at 18-0.
kind of wonder where to even begin about what I love about Touchmark. It's everything. It's the time with the residents. It's my team. I work with wonderful individuals every single day. I love the people, and my job is to connect with them, and that's a pretty great job to have, that you get to make genuine, real connections with our residents and our team members. It's just the overall community. That is Touchmark. That's what I love.
Your full life happens here at Touchmark.
All right, folks, welcome back here. Fourth quarter action between the Mustangs and Spartans, as the Mustangs lead it 18-0. Quick updates from around the league. Bismarck Legacy leading Minot 41-12 with a minute left in the fourth. That one's looking at about wrapped up over there in Bismarck. Bismarck Century leading Wilson 55-0 after the end of the first half. Fargo Davies leading Shanley with 5 minutes left in the third. That one's 35-6. 27-13, the final between Horace and West Fargo. Horace winning that one, and then Bismarck is up on Mandan Braves right now, 41-7 at the start of the third.
Best return of the night by the Spartans by Jackson.
So just starting out this fourth quarter with a pretty solid run there from Jackson. As we'll see if the Spartans can maybe do something to turn this one around, or get a couple points on the board. Excuse me, not coins. As Doherty throws a deep ball,
and that's
going to be way out of reach of intended for number 14, Gunnar Snowden. Excuse me.
You know, and not a bad idea for North. They will be with the wind, and they do have an opportunity to throw the ball. I don't know that you need to try and get all of it back at once, but you're going to certainly have to play with some tempo, and you're going to have to take some chances here the rest of the way as you're down 18-0.
Doherty drops back. Another pass intended for Snowden again, and that one's recepted.
And if you're Cheyenne, you just keep these guys in front of you. Just understand, as you get closer to that goal line, things will tighten up. Just don't let anyone behind you. See if you can get a defensive lineman to get some pressure on Doherty if he does pass.
Don't say that. Do not say that. You idiots.
Doherty from the shotgun sends a man in motion, keeps, and gets a first down.
Yep, and that is enough.
First out. First and 10 in Mustangs territory at the 47-yard line. Tackle made on the play by a host of Mustangs.
So 10:30 left to go in this fourth quarter. First and 10. Good drive here for the Spartans.
I think that's going to be a false start. Some kind of illegal motion there.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 15, 5-yard penalty.
So it'll be a false start there on Noah Olger.
With the penalty, that brings up first and 15 for the Spartans on their own 48-yard line.
As Doherty drops back, gets a pass off. It's recepted there. Gained some yardage probably for a first down, and it complete to Jackson.
Tackle made by Zink on the play. That brings up third and short for the Spartans. Check that. 2nd and 1 for the Spartans on the Mustangs 37-yard line.
So it'll be 2nd and 1. So, Wolf, do you think this is a must-score drive?
Well, I would think so. You're under 10 minutes already. You got to get 3 scores somehow. And that's why we've seen them open up the passing plays.
And Doherty's going to get that one.
Yeah, he hauls it down. Again, the only rule that you have if you're a D-back for the Mustangs is don't let anyone get behind you. You can't get caught watching the backfield and whatever is going on. You have to be responsible for your man, and you can't let them get deep. And the best thing that's going here for North is they're getting chunks of yardage, and they're going to get a score here quickly, it looks like.
So second 2-point conversion attempt is
no, they haven't scored yet.
Good.
They haven't scored yet. But they have the opportunity to score, and it's they've moved down the field quickly here. If they're able to get in, then you've got a chance.
So from the 5, 2nd and goal.
Ref asking for the play clock to be reset.
Doherty from the shotgun. Fakes a handoff pass.
Same play as last time.
Incomplete. And, Olheiser is really frustrated on that one.
Yeah, there was a lot of zip on that. He got his hands on it, but just unable to haul it in. So 3rd and goal. Obviously 4-down territory for the for the Spartans. Trying to find a way to keep them out of the end zone. As the fans get engaged here.
3rd and goal for the Spartans here from the 5. Doherty drops back. He's got a little bit of time, and that one's going to be caught in the back of the end zone, but
there
there's
was
a flag.
I'm not sure.
Got a flag on the play.
It was complete to, I believe,
Yeah,
Preston.
that's okay. So they're saying, first of all, it's an incompletion. So it's not a touchdown. And then we're going to see what the result of the penalty is here. It's against Cheyenne. It's half the distance to the goal. And that should bring up an automatic first down.
Pass interference.
Okay.
Defense, number 7. Half the distance to the goal, previous spot. Replay.
Oh,
I'm not
replay
sure.
3rd down. I would have expected that to be a first down.
I'm not sure how Ethan Visnes just got a penalty flag, but
being he's on the sideline.
so wind picks up a little bit here in the press box, but still 3rd down territory.
3rd and goal.
Drops back, pass, and not going to get to anyone as out of the reach of Sogi. Or Sogi, excuse me. And Newton throws up his hand, so I'm want to say they're maybe a defense miscommunication or.
Well, and from the 2.5, we've talked about the need for North to throw the ball. I think maybe this would have been an opportunity where you might have been able to get a touchdown out of this with a run, with Cheyenne expecting the pass. Now you're kind of locking yourself into, I think if you try and roll the pocket here and give some opportunities.
There's a handoff, fumble. And it's going to go the opposite way. Another fumble gets down, still going. And they're down.
Now it's done.
At the 28. So I'm not sure who quite got the first one. The second one was Dawson Leadall. So it will stay at 18-0 here.
Mustangs will take over in their own territory at the 27-yard line. Let's hear it for that Mustang defense.
So a wild sequence there with Cheyenne coming up with the fumble, then another fumble, and they were able to advance it even further out to the 30-yard line. So the offense taking back over, under 9 to go and up 3 scores.
Satchram now handoff to Schlichting and gains maybe 2.
And I think you're content with that if you're Cheyenne. You just go ahead and continue handing the ball off, and you just let this clock be your friend. There's no need to try anything more.
Fargo North, David Lord. Congratulations, David, and thank you to everybody that put their money out there for that 50-50 raffle.
So 8:20 left to go here in this fourth quarter, as it's going to be a Mustangs possession now, coming off the double fumble. Satchram, another handoff to Schlichting, and he's not going to get anywhere on that one. Stopped at the line pretty hard.
And that's okay. You just try and eat as much of the play clock as you can. If you're going to throw it here, it's a very high percentage pass. You don't want this clock stopping for any reason. Back north up and make them try it again. So far you've been able to keep them out of the end zone. See if you can do it one more time.
Satchram from the shotgun. Quick pass off, intended for Hansen, is recepted, and
He's
Hansen
going to get the
gains some
first
yardage.
down. I think the only thing with that I would say, Tristan, is that was snapped with about 17 seconds on the play clock. I think you want to just continue to run that down to about 5 seconds every time before you snap the ball.
Especially up three
scores, yeah.
And 7:18 left to go.
You know, it's at 15 now. I think you just want to continue to use as much clock as you can, personally, but
that's not going to get very many yards, but gain of 3 there for Schlichting. And, you know, Wolf, like you said, that was at the 15-second mark. So
yeah, I think you can take a lot more time here if you're Cheyenne.
If you kind of do the math from here, if you take the snap at about that 5-second mark and still continue to move the chains, it runs down to about 2 or 3 minutes.
Absolutely.
Maybe even more.
So this one, and maybe that's what Coach Newton's instructions were for Satchram to wait till it hits to about 5 before he calls for that ball.
That one's at 6, and Schlichting's not going to get anywhere.
And that's okay. It's going to bring 3rd and long. Again, high percentage pass, or you just keep it on the ground, as we're now under 6 to go in this game, and North down 3 scores. It's just a numbers game at this point, just being smart. As it looks like Satchram now is really starting to milk this, which is what you should be doing if you're Cheyenne. See if you can get one more good first down here, and that really, I think, puts
Satchram with Hansen
the
in
end
motion.
on this.
And Schlichting gains about 5 there, and we'll get to 4th and 5. Excuse me. Fowler on the tackle. And
it's at their own 45. Someone's going to call timeout.
We're going to have a North timeout here. So 5:24 left to go in the fourth quarter, and Mustangs have an 18-0 lead. We'll take a short break and be right back.
Our health. It's what keeps us doing what we love. It keeps our communities strong. So, how are you doing? There's no easier way to take care of yourself than checking in with us, your primary care team at Essentia Health. In person or online, we offer scheduling and appointment options that fit your life. We'll care for you today and keep an eye on things for the future. And if needed, get you back on track. So take some time to connect with us, because it's always good.
Fans, tonight's game is presented by Essentia Health, where top-tier care meets hometown pride. Whether it's athletes at their best or families healthy all season long, Essentia Health has your back. Essentia Health, like nowhere else.
So far we haven't seen any indication that Cheyenne wants to punt. You know, from your own 45 and 4th and 5, 4th and 6 coming up. I don't know that you want to go for this. About the only thing I can think of is if you're Coach Newton, do you bring them up to the line and see if you can get the Spartans to jump offside and give you a free first down? You can always call a timeout or take a delay of game and take a 5-yard penalty, but we'll see if they go ahead and run something here. I don't know that I would risk it personally, but they do.
13 seconds on the play clock, and that one's going to be incomplete. Newton really wanting a pass interference.
Wants the pass interference on that.
And I hate to say it, but I'd have to agree with him.
Well, it was
that
close.
Spartan wasn't.
Absolutely.
So they'll take over at the Mustangs 45 here with 5:19 left to go. So it kind of flips from, you know, if you take an up clock to.
Well, if you could have run it down a little further, and if you punt that, you know, it backs north up, even if it's only another 15, 20 yards, they're going to have to throw now. Again, if you're there,
Doherty almost intercepted on that one, and
that was
really
that
close.
was Bensey who was just kicking himself that he should have had that. He undercut that route perfectly and had it in his hands. I was going to say, Tristan, if you're a Mustang safety or D-back, just don't let anyone get behind you. Don't bite for anything, and don't even look in the backfield. Just worry that no one gets behind you in this situation. That's a false start.
That's a false start. There, and probably a good one, as Doherty had heavy pressure coming in from Dore and I believe McFarland.
Replay, second down.
And you know, Wolf, another thing I'm noticing too here tonight that's different on the line is Gable's not with Dore.
Yeah,
and on the defensive line tonight.
I have not seen Gable out there tonight, and not sure.
Gable's been out there for special teams, I think, and that's about it. And that one is incomplete too there, as Benzie again on the coverage of Jackson. So 5:07 left to go now.
And it's hard for North. You know, Cheyenne knows that they've finally put them in a position where North has really not many options but to pass. I think if I'm North, I want to get this pocket rolling out to one side or the other, and maybe there's a run-pass option for Doherty, depending upon what he's. I'm not sure that pass was catchable.
Pass was intended for Snowden.
Did they pick that one up? Oh, no. Here it is.
So that one's going to come against Strand.
First down for the Spartans at the
You're under 5 minutes. It's not killer, but I don't know that that's what I saw, but I'm not down there reffing.
Doherty drops back. Another pass is recepted there. And that one's going to be complete to number 15, Noah Olheiser.
That's good enough for a Spartan first down.
So it'll be a Spartan first down, 4:45 left to go and counting. Mustangs with all 3 timeouts, Spartans with 1.
It looks like Cheyenne looking to bring a little heat. It looked like a couple linebackers came, but they came kind of too late to make a difference there.
Doherty drops back, shotgun snap, and that one's going to be behind him a ways. I believe it was intended, I want to say, for Soggy.
Yeah,
or Sogi.
He was facing a lot of heat there.
Excuse me, it was intended for Snowden. A lot of heat on Doherty, though, and it caused a little error.
He just had to get rid of that. So coming down on 4.
As Doherty's going to air one out, and that one's going to be dropped as a fumble.
And that is a fumble.
And it's going to go the other way. Dugba, I believe, on both the
it's one of those
partial
rare
tackle
instances.
and the recovery.
One of those rare instances where you dive on it, but you actually probably had time to stop, pick that up, and be able to return it quite a distance. Hard to fault the defender on that, but that is just one of those rare instances where really there was no white jerseys around. You could have stopped and picked it up. So at 4:07 now, Cheyenne going to look to just run this out, get out of here with a victory tonight, even their EDC record at 1-1, and their season record at 3-3.
Number 6, Mike Zogbe on the play.
So it was Dugba on both the partial tackle and recovery. As this one's going to be a run up the gut for Schlichting. Snapped at 10 seconds, Wolf, though, and then, it's what we've talked about already, and you don't really want to bring it up anymore, but it's a matter of burning time now, it seems like. And
yeah, you want to use as much as you can. I mean, you are under 4 minutes now. It's academic at this point, but young quarterback, probably not quite. There's a lot of things to think about out there as you're trying to run an offense. So now this time down to 5 seconds. I think that's what you want. Schlichting going to continue to move the pile. And it looks like enough. And that's
good enough for another Cheyenne Mustangs. First down, 1st and 10.
so 3:19 left to go.
Yeah, I mean, just going to go ahead and finish this one out. Again, we talked about, Visness not playing yet. His shoulder obviously still bothering him. We saw Birnbaum walking around with some crutches down there earlier. Hopefully that's nothing serious. This is that time of year where you're trying to get through as many games as possible without any type of serious injury.
Schlichting with another carry there. And Wolf, I know you're just talking about injuries too. Of course, last week we saw Zanker suffer a wrist injury of some sort, and he is down there undressed on the sideline as well. So,
and those are guys that you're going to want to have as you're making this push for the playoffs, and hopefully, be able to make a run if you can make it to the playoffs. You go to Horace next week, and they're the number 3 team in the state, and they took care of business tonight against the Packers, so that's a big game coming up. And you still have Shanley on the card, as well as the Packers. So, things don't get a ton easier for the Mustangs. You're going to want to have that full complement of players healthy, if at all possible, as we're coming down on 2 now to go. as that moves the chains one more time, and this should just be the final 3 plays, I would think.
So it'll be 1:56 left to go here in the 4th. So
Okay.
victory formation here.
2 more times of doing that, and that should take care of things. North going to burn their last time out, it looks like.
Fargo North, that's their 3rd and final. Please put 1 minute 32 seconds on the game clock. Thank you.
As you can hear from the ref's mic, the wind is still howling out there.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, special shout out to tonight's crew for helping out today, as well as Mr. James Moe, the activities director at Cheyenne.
Mr. Moe gets a little shout out here. Tremendous activities director, goes above and beyond for us.
Absolutely.
Here at Cheyenne.
You know, there's a lot that goes into game day, a lot of things that people aren't aware of, from getting the concessions ready to making sure the field is ready and visiting locker rooms and all sorts of things. And it's a lot of hours in that job, and Mr. Moe does a fantastic job here at Cheyenne. Well, should just be one more kneel down, I think.
We ask you to help in keeping our facilities clean. Please be so kind and place trash in a receptacle on your way out of this county. Your assistance is appreciated.
So a ways to waste here still.
Yeah, you want, again, to get this down as close to 0 as possible, you want to sit and wait on this. Now you want to get it down to about 2 before you take that snap. And that's what they do. So there's about a 7-second difference here, as it is 3rd down coming up.
It'll be
Or
4th, I
should
believe.
be 4th down.
Should be 4th and 18.
But you go ahead.
4th and 22, excuse me, on the knees.
Maybe burn that timeout, or you just go ahead and give up the ball. It's not that North is going to be able to make the comeback in less than 10 seconds.
If I had to guess, it'll be the second option, I believe.
There we go.
So
it's a turnover on downs, but 8 seconds to go. We'll see if North decides to try and run something, a score, see if there's something they want to work on, or if they're going to be content to take a knee and call this one an evening. So next week, Tristan, these Mustangs head down to Horace. So that's a 6 o'clock start, if I'm correct.
Yep.
And that's, again, Horace certainly appears to be for real, as they are the number 3 ranked team in the state. They defeated Legacy. And so that'll be be the first time ever that we see Horace and Cheyenne compete against one another on the football field.
So that'll do it for this one, as the Mustangs come in and shut out the Spartans. 18-0 is your final score tonight. Great game all around, I think. Some errors between center and quarterback relation, I think.
But there was, good job on defense. Defensive line did a nice job, I think, for the Mustangs tonight. But really, games like this, when you need to rely on your best players, and Kai Schlichting came through tonight for the Mustangs, had an excellent game, used heavily, and he came through. And the important thing for the Mustangs is he made it through with a victory. Hopefully Riker Birnbaum's injury is nothing serious, but you go and you figure out, okay, now we got to prepare for Horace and see what we can do against them. The season marches on, whether you have injuries or anything like that. But it's a good win. Any win is a good win. And Cheyenne evens its record in the EDC at 1-1, and their overall record at 3-3 tonight.
Yeah, so overall record drops or goes up to 3-3. 1-1 they move up to in the EDC, so it should put them in the middle of the pack here. Looking one more time around the league really quick, we know Horace got the win over West Fargo down in Horace. 27-13 was the final score in that matchup. That one also started early. You know, Wolf, like we talked about, we wondered if it was more or less a early start down there, regular type thing, or what was going on with that. I'm kind of waiting for my score feed to update here, as West Fargo Cheyenne obviously beating North in this one 18-0. Bismarck Century 69-7 over Williston with a minute left in the fourth. Bismarck Legacy comes in and beats Minot 41-12 in that one. Fargo Davies up 42-14 on the number 1 ranked Shanley. That one with 5 minutes left in the fourth, down at Shanley High School. 25th Street battle there. West Fargo Horace beating West Fargo 27-13. And then Bismarck is all over Mandan right now, 41-13 with a minute left in the fourth. So wrapping up tonight, some scores around the league looking like Mustangs are going to be kind of that middle of the pack here for the next week.
Yeah, this should move them into fourth place overall in the EDC.
So it should be around, if I had to guess, it should be around a 4 versus 2 or 4 versus 3 next week in going to Horace. So with that, got anything else to add, Wolf?
Join us on Tuesday if you're able. We got a great volleyball stream coming up, as the Packers will be in the Cheyenne gym in a showdown of 2 of the top 3 teams in the EDC in volleyball.
Yeah, rivalry night in the stable, so make sure you come to that one if you can. If you can, obviously it's going to be streamed here right here on Mustang Media. So with that, for everyone up here in the booth, I'm Tristan Murrock.
I'm Dan Wolf.
Good night, folks.